All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Awesome. Today, we're going way beyond skin deep, past those, those low-depth scanners we see everywhere, like at the mall or the airport.
Right.
Yeah. Those things can barely see below the surface. We're talking about a technology that can actually peer inside you, like centimeters into your tissues.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
It is. It really is. It's called photoacoustic imaging, or PAI, and honestly, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction. But from what I've been reading, it's very real, and it's already making waves in the medical field.
It definitely is, and it's just scratching the surface of what it can do.
Exactly. So let's dive in. What is the first thing that kind of blows your mind about PAI?
Well, for me, it's the way PAI combines light and sound.
Okay, light and sound.
Yeah, it uses a pulse laser, to generate sound waves. But, and this is the crazy part, it generates these sound waves inside the body.
Hold on. Trying to wrap my head around this. So we're shining a light on someone, and that creates sound waves inside them.
Precisely.
And then we use those sound waves
to create those incredible 3D images PAI is known for.
Okay. I'm not going to lie, the idea of listening to light to see inside the body is a little bit mind-boggling.
I know, right? It's pretty wild when you think about it.
Can you, break it down for us? How does shining a light on someone create sound waves inside them? How does it even work?
Okay, so it all starts with those laser pulses I mentioned.
Right.
Those pulses penetrate the tissue, and they get absorbed by different things in our bodies, like hemoglobin, for instance.
Hemoglobin, that's the protein in our red blood cells that carries oxygen, right?
Exactly. So when that laser light hits the hemoglobin, it causes it to heat up just a tiny bit and expand.
Okay.
And that tiny expansion, that creates the sound waves. Then we use ultrasound transducers to pick up those sound waves.
It's like a regular ultrasound then.
Similar, yeah. Those sound waves get converted into electrical signals, which we use to build the 3D image.
Okay, so we shine a laser, it makes a sound inside the body, and we use that sound to create a picture.
Got it. That's amazing. But another question, we've all seen ultrasounds, right? And they're usually in grayscale. How does PAI get those crazy true color images we keep seeing?
That's where things get even more interesting. It all comes down to the different wavelengths of light we use.
Different wavelengths. Okay, so not all light is created equal, I guess.
You got it.
Yeah.
Different wavelengths of light interact with different things in our bodies in unique ways.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Hemoglobin, depending on whether it's carrying oxygen or not, absorbs different wavelengths of light differently. Same with melanin in our skin. So by using multiple laser pulses at these different wavelengths, we can kind of see how each component, like hemoglobin or melanin, is absorbing the light. It's like creating a unique fingerprint for each of those things based on how they interact with the light. And that's what lets us figure out their actual colors. Wow, so we can actually see the color of, blood vessels.
Yes, and so much more. We can measure oxygen levels in the blood, differentiate between different types of tissues. It's pretty remarkable.
That is remarkable.
Yeah.
So it's like we're looking at a colored 3D X-ray of what's happening inside the body in real time.
That's a great way to put it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can see inside the body with color, but what can we do with this information? What are the real-world applications of PAI?
Well, that's what has everyone so excited. There are tons of potential applications.
Like what?
One big one is in cancer research. PAI can detect angiogenesis.
Angio what now?
Angiogenesis. It's basically the formation of new blood vessels.
Oh, okay.
And this is super important in cancer research because tumors need to grow new blood vessels to grow and spread.
Oh, so if we can see that happening.
Exactly. We can potentially stop it. That's the hope anyway. Being able to visualize this process in such detail could lead to breakthroughs in how we diagnose and treat cancer.
That's incredible.
It is. And it's not just cancer. PAI can also map blood oxygen saturation throughout the body. Think about what that could mean for understanding and treating heart disease, stroke, all kinds of circulatory issues.
You're saying we could, watch blood flow in real time?
Pretty much. And that's just the beginning. Researchers are constantly finding new applications for PAI. It's really opening up new frontiers in medicine.
This is all so amazing. And honestly, it makes me wonder what the future holds. What about other technologies? Are there other things out there, maybe not even available yet, that could push these boundaries even further?
Absolutely. Researchers are always exploring new frontiers in medical imaging. There's a lot of exciting work being done with techniques like optoacoustic imaging, which also combines light and sound, but in a slightly different way. And there's research into using nanoparticles that can be targeted to specific areas of the body and then imaged with PAI. Who knows what we'll be able to see in the next 10 years?
It's mind-blowing to think about. We've gone from those simple scanners that can barely see below the surface of the skin to a technology that can peer deep inside us in color and see things happening at the cellular level.
It is pretty amazing.
It really makes you wonder what medical imaging will be capable of in another decade. Well, thanks for taking us on this incredible deep dive. I've learned so much. Until next time.
It was my pleasure.